What's up, Bills Mafia? The Buffalo Bills took care of business this Sunday against the Jets, and I got 5 takeaways from that game. But before we get to that, let's get to that intro.
This is PZ Music.
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I am Tommy. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell because I always forget to tell you. Well, Bills Mafia, the Buffalo Bills won 32-6 this Sunday against the Jets, and it was a must needed win. One, because it's a division game. Two, because it's an AFC game. And three, because the Buffalo Bills needed to have this win. And there's 6 more games left. And they pretty much, guys, need to win 5 of their last 6 games. 4 will be pushing it, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. 10 wins to get into the playoffs this season with the AFC, the way it's shaping out, is going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. We need a little bit of luck on our side if 10 wins is what we wind up getting at the end of the season. We have some tough games coming up. As you all know, we play the Philadelphia Eagles next Sunday in Philadelphia. And then we have our bye week. Then we play at Kansas City. And then I believe we are home against Dallas. And then at the Chargers, back home against the Patriots, and then at Miami. So not an easy schedule. Maybe the Patriots game there is a gimme because of what's going on in New England. But the rest of the way, man, the rest of the teams there are they're not easy outs. Okay. So here's what I take away from this game before I get into the Bills wire side of things. My takeaway is this was a spark that was much needed, this win here. And can they continue on from this point? Meaning, can the momentum from this game continue on the next 6 games? I hope it does. I said it in 2021 when they played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and lost that game that I saw something. I saw a spark, and they went ahead and won 5 in a row. And they looked dominant after that Tampa game. They looked really, really good. And this game here, though it wasn't a perfect game, especially with the offense, I thought it was a really good game. And I thought the offense came back to life under Joe Brady. And I thought Josh Allen played a very good game. Was it great? No. Was it very good? Yeah, he did a lot of very good things out there. I know a lot of you guys are still skeptical of the Buffalo Bills making the playoffs. I get it. I told you last week it was a must win. I still kind of stick with that. Last week was a bad loss, and a loss that may wind up costing us a playoff run. So, but we'll see. Listen, mathematically, we're still in it. I get it. It's a tough schedule ahead. The Bills haven't really still proven that they can beat the top teams yet. So let's see what happens now when we're facing this gauntlet of teams. We'll find out, man. But I do truly believe that win over the Jets. By the way, they may have a sorry-ass offense, but that defense is elite, in my opinion. Young, fast, they hit hard, they tackle really good, they play smart football. That's a really good Jets defense. Their offense is putrid, terrible. But we could have looked like week 1 Buffalo Bills against that team, and we didn't. And that's the good news. So there's something to take away from that game. Whether you're a believer or not of this team, you have to give the Bills credit for bouncing back against a very, very good defense, if not the best in the NFL, and scoring 32 points. But if you want, listen, I don't blame you if you're one of those fans that are like, you know what, I don't believe them. That's what it is. What it is. They beat the Jets. Who cares? They're not going anywhere. Hey, I can't. I'm not here to change your mind. I'm only here to talk Buffalo Bills football and what I see and what I'm seeing for the future of this team. And I believe there was a spark last night in this team and this offense. They looked like they were having a great time out there, especially the offense. First time really all season that I saw this offense actually happy. Like things were in motion. Things were, the offense was clicking. Things were in rhythm. Was it perfect? No. But it felt different for me. There was a lot more motions, right? We ran the ball good. The offensive line held up very nicely. Josh Allen made the right decisions. The interception, listen, first of all, the interception was a Hail Mary, end of the first half. Who cares? But I will say, should have never even happened. That's on McDermott. Should have never, ever. Why would you throw in Hail Mary there when you know you're getting the ball in the second half first? You're up. That could have been a disaster. Could have been intercepted, returned for a touchdown. Now the momentum swings. It made no sense to me. I'm sorry. I don't mind when our coach is aggressive, but be aggressive in the right moments. Like, why? What are you doing? I will say the coach still. It's tough. It's tough to back him up, man. It really is. Anyways, let's get to this, man. 5 takeaways. So once again, shout out to Bills Wire for creating this article. Okay, the Bills take a must win. Look at Sean McDermott over there. Oh my God. Gosh, Sean McDermott, man, he bothers me. All right, you know what we're gonna do right here, guys? Hail Mary it. Hail Mary. Right? Why not? Let's turn the ball over. Let's get Josh more interceptions. It's just like why? We didn't need it, coach. What are you doing? Frustrating. Anyways, there's still a lot of work to do for the Bills with a couple of very tough matchups en route next, including the Philadelphia Eagles in Week 12. But with the loss against the Jets, Buffalo's season was over. The Bills needed a division and AFC win and got it if they wanted a hope for a return to the postseason. Sean McDermott's team looked ready to play. Absolutely, they look ready to play on both sides of the ball this time, right? It hasn't been that way in weeks. The defense has been giving what they got, all they got, pretty much, and the offense has just fallen flat on their asses. This week, and dare I say it, was complimentary football, which I swear to God, I never want to hear that again. I can't believe I even said it. Because I've been hearing it so much from Sean McDermott and his sorry ass excuses that he gives us every week. But it is true. This past game was complimentary. Both sides of the football did their job. Everybody did their job for the most part. I would say the only guy that didn't do their job well was Sam Martin, who hasn't done a good job in weeks. I have no idea what's going on with Sam Martin. Terrible. He's punting like a high school kid. I have no idea what he's doing. But anyways, no, man, this was definitely a must win. Like I said, AFC game, a division game. These games we need to win because right now I think like we're terrible against the AFC this year. I mean, we're just not good. So we needed that win desperately. We're not in the playoffs yet. Like mathematically, we're still out, but we're in the hunt. We moved up several spots because a lot of teams lost over the weekend. So we're right there. We're right there in the thick of things. But like I said, gauntlet of teams coming up. Not going to be easy. The Bills need to think of this 6-game span here as the playoffs, right? You want to almost play it like you're one and done. And that's how I would go about this, right? And I hope they have that mentality because realistically, what I want is them to win all 6 games. But, what I want and what's going to happen is 2 different things. But what would, worst case, we do a split here. We lose to Philly and we win in KC, right? And then we win the rest of the games. That would be where I'd be comfortable with. I'd be okay with. But if you lose to Philly and KC, then obviously, guys, I would say right there that the chance of us getting in the playoffs is zero at that point. I would be shocked if we do. So you need at least a split there. But like I said, man, this could be a momentum swing for us. This could be a confidence booster for the offense. I believe Joe Brady now will have even more time to work with his team, obviously prepare for the Eagles as well. You got to switch it up on offense a little bit. You got to show these defenses a new look compared to what they've been seeing on film from the Buffalo Bills this season. That's how you're going to win. I'm telling you guys, we cannot play the same way we've been playing, same offensive style. Got to mix it up a little bit. And I felt like I saw that against the Jets. I want to see a little bit more up tempo though, moving forward. All right, next up. Good debut for Brady. Look at Brady. Yeah. It's like, I knew it. I knew I could do this, man. Y'all waited way too long. Right? Y'all waited way too long. The 32 points the Bills scored against the Jets was the most that Gang Green has allowed since the 2021 season. That's a heck of a debut for Joe Brady. He took over as offensive coordinator following Ken Dorsey's firing this past week. Hey, man, honestly, guys, can we – you ready to do it? You ready to do it? Clap for that man. Clap for that man, Joe Brady. Well deserved. You deserve everything you're getting today. All the praise. So it wasn't easy, guys. Think about it. I told you guys. He said all the right things last week in his press conference, but saying it and doing it is two different things, right? And I told you guys, in the game preview that he's going, man, this is no easy out for him. This is probably going to be one of his toughest outings as an offensive coordinator going against that Jets defense. And, he check marked that off. So good job from Joe Brady, for taking care of business on short notice, really, of becoming OC. So let's hope, like I said, this momentum continues, that this spark starts to become a big ass flame, and we just we go on a run here because we need a run. We need a run, and it started this Sunday, and let's hope it continues, man. Let's hope we don't, that spark doesn't just die out, right? That flame just doesn't go away. All right, next up, Shakir breakout. I've been, by the way, been a Khalil Shakir fan since we drafted him. And I feel like he should have gotten on the field more last year and this year, obviously. And it's great to see that Sean McDermott, Joe Brady, even Ken Dorsey, who was using Shakir more, we're beginning to trust him and use him more in the offensive game plan, because he is a playmaker. He is a weapon. I've been saying this, like I said, since his rookie year. This dude should get playing time. And look what he did. He was yards after catch, man, something that we have been terrible at. And this dude is actually really, really good at yards after catch. So here we go. One of the best signs from Brady's debut, the Bills put up 32 points against one of the NFL's best defenses without their number one receiver doing much. Stephon Diggs was held to 4 catches for 27 yards. Instead, it was Khalil Shakir who had a massive game for Buffalo's offense, including his 115 yards and one of them being an 81-yard touchdown. My God, man. Yards after catch, baby. And awesome to see Khalil Shakir doing his thing out there. And he's only going to get better, guys. I'm telling you, man. The more action this guy sees, the better he's going to get, and the more confident he's going to get as a player as well. So I want to see more of Khalil Shakir involved in this offense. I hope Joe Brady understands this and gets him more involved. And I hope Josh Allen starts to trust him more as well. Because Josh Allen, it takes him a little while to really gain that trust from a receiver or tight end. And you could see that starting to build with players like Dalton Kincaid, Khalil Shakir, right? He's starting to trust them more and go their way. Dalton Kincaid, I'm telling you guys, boy, oh boy, watch out, man. This dude's going to be a star in this league. You know, maybe not his rookie year, but you could already start seeing him blossom right in front of your eyes. He's a really good player. We just weren't using him right in the beginning, and Josh Allen really didn't have that trust yet for Dalton Kincaid. But now that Dalton Kincaid is building that trust with Josh Allen, and Joe Brady and even Ken Dorsey before he left is starting opening up his route tree, you could see how good this kid can be once given that trust and get, you know, by the OC and quarterback. So it's looking good, man, guys. It really is. He has a bright future. All right, next up, huge turnover difference. Yes, it was. The way the Bills sorely needed to improve was in their knack for turning the ball over. That went much better against the Jets as they essentially had no turnovers. The only one came as time expired heading into halftime. Allen just tossed a deep ball with 0 on the clock, but that's not exactly a true giveaway. We'll take that improvement. Yes, so we had 4 takeaways, guys, to 1. They had 1. That's it. And then we won time of possession by like, I don't even know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something crazy like that. So anytime you win time of possession and the turnover battle, more than likely you're going to win, right? And I mean, the proof's in the pudding right here, 32-6. I mean, we absolutely romped them. So, yeah, takeaways are huge, man. All right, next up. Welcome to Buffalo, Russell. Man, Russell, God, I'll get to him in a minute. What a welcome to Buffalo for Rasul Douglas. The Bills defensive back recorded his first interception with the Bills against the Jets. That one was Buffalo's first pick since week 4. Then Douglas went on to add another interception and a fumble recovery. That helped the Bills get out of the negative in terms of their turnover differential this season. And all that is exactly why they traded for him. 100% true. What more can I say, man? Thank you, Brandon Bean, for making that happen. I was really worried that you weren't, because you don't really trade for players often, especially mid-season, and you got yourself a good one. And now you need to figure out how that guy could stay in Buffalo long term, because I truly believe, you know, by the way, he does have one more year left on his contract, and I think it's like 11 million, something a little pricey up there. But if Bean could figure a way to extend his contract, he could spread that money out. And I would do it. Not only is he a ball hawk, but he, even when gets beat on plays, he gets back into the play and makes a play on the ball. I love that. I love that about him. He seems to be getting better as his career goes on, because he had a slow, rocky start in his career, and then he went to Green Bay, and that's where he blossomed. And you can kind of see him; his confidence is way up there, and we need that. We need that, especially with a younger corner, you know, next to him, right? So, and Benford. So we need Rasul Douglas to continue playing like this. But man, it's honestly, man, like we needed that. We needed a player like this guy to get turnovers, man. We really did. I didn't see much of Linval Joseph last night. But he's also another great addition, I feel, for the Buffalo Bills team. Ed Oliver was a beast last night. So I guess I'll give some of my takeaways. So the defensive line was phenomenal. Ed Oliver, I mean, I got to say there's maybe been one game where he was, you know, didn't show up. Other than that, this guy's been a beast all season long. He got paid, and he's living up to every dollar he got earned, you know, that he made off that contract. He is absolutely tearing it up. Love what I'm seeing from Ed Oliver. And you know, like I said, man, now he's starting to become that top 10 pick, right? That we are all going, man, was he worth the top 10? I think you're starting to see that top 10 now from Ed Oliver. You really are. That guy is an absolute stud, man. Leonard Floyd, another takeaway. My God, I told you guys from the beginning of the season. Matter of fact, I told you guys in the offseason when we signed Leonard Floyd how big that was. What a big deal that was. And I think a lot of people were just whatever about it. Okay, cool. We got Leonard Floyd. Like, and I kept telling y'all, do you see what this guy's been doing? You know, forget his age. Scratch the age thing. The dude's been averaging over 9 sacks the last 3 seasons. He's been getting better as he gets older. This was a massive signing. Nobody really talked about it. It was Leonard Floyd. Okay, cool. Like, and I kept telling y'all, this guy's gonna. I predicted he's gonna get over 9 sacks again. He's already at that. I think he's at 9.5 already. He had 2.5 last night. Okay. 2, while Von Miller's still, at that point was still, out, right? I told y'all this was a great addition while Von Miller's recovering. Now that Von Miller's back, and by the way, Von Miller's not back. We know he's on the field, but he's not Von Miller back. Thank God we got Leonard Floyd. So I'm telling y'all, man, he's another player I would absolutely love if Brandon Beane could figure out a way to get him here another, let's say 2 seasons. I would be cool with a 2-year contract extension for Leonard Floyd because I don't think he's lost a step. And I would hate for him to leave the Buffalo Bills. I really would, because I think he's still at playing at a high level. I really do. And if he wants to stay in Buffalo, I think we should work out a deal where he stays. He's another player that I would absolutely love to remain a Buffalo Bill. Who else last night that was really impressive? Oh, let's talk about the running backs. Murray, Latavius Murray, and Ty Johnson. Ty Johnson didn't do the greatest running. I think he only had 2 carries or something like that. But receiving, man, pass protection, blocking in general. Yo, that dude brung it, man. I got to say, and I don't know what they're going to do now with Fournette, because I want to see Fournette on the field, but you can't have 4 running backs. So they got a real dilemma now, because you got yourself a guy in Ty Johnson who has a little bit of speed, has some power behind him. He could block. He could do a lot of little things. And then you also got Leonard Fournette, who can also block, right? Good pass catcher out the backfield. Pretty damn good running back. He's not what he once was, but he's still a physical running back, and he's a good pass protector. So what do you do now? They got a tough decision to make there. You don't want to let Ty Johnson go. You don't want to put him on the practice squad. Someone's going to scoop him up. So I don't know. That's a tough one, and that's something that McDermott and Joe Brady is going to have to think about doing, what they're going to do there. But Murray, been saying it all season. The dude still has it. I don't care about his age. Once again, another player I could give a shit about his age. He's still playing at a pretty good high level, okay, in my opinion. Give him the rock more at the start of games. Let him break down that defensive line. Forget about his average. Don't even look at that. Who gives a shit about that? He's a power back that, man, when you tackle him, you're going to pay for it. And it helps James Cook get going. I'm telling you. Because once they start sprinkling James Cook in, the defensive line's already wore down. They're starting to get tired of tackling Murray, right? It's perfect time to add in James Cook at that time, right? Once you get Murray going early, then you start getting Cook going. I've been saying it all year. That's what they need to do. And that's why I thought when Fournette was signed that they would start even doing that more, having that three-headed, back. But, yeah, I just love what Murray brings to this team. And I hope they continue to use him moving forward more often in the beginning of games, especially in the beginning of games. I'm telling you, man, that dude still has it. Who else in that game that a takeaway that I thought Bass did good, except for the missed extra point. Considering the win was a little funky last night in Buffalo, thought he did a good job. He hit all of his field goals. Josh Allen, obviously, I thought Josh Allen plays real smart football last night. He took what the defense was giving him. Pretty much mistake-free, except for, like I said, the interception. It really was not. I mean, it was a bullshit interception anyways. I thought Sean McDermott was okay. I still think like clock management is an issue with him. I still think at times he's conservative, but then he goes aggressive when it's not needed. So he's just, I don't know. McDermott's just odd sometimes to me, the way he coaches. Joe Brady, of course, excellent job by Joe Brady, considering it was his first game. Trying to think. Oh, offensive line. Man, they played their asses off last night. You got to tip your cap to the offensive line. Really good job. Run blocking, pass protection. Man, guys, we are going into now week 12 with a healthy O-line, the same O-line since week 1. That is unheard of for the Buffalo Bills. Usually, we're playing musical chairs all season long with the offensive line. And it's great to see these guys are staying healthy. They're playing good. I love it. Even Spencer Brown. And I told you all about Spencer Brown. I told you guys, give this dude a break. Let this guy work, get a full offseason to work with Aaron Kromer, a preseason under his belt, right? Where he's healthy again, no back problems. You know, he got to go get the one-on-one with Kromer to get better at his craft, and you're seeing it on the field. I'm telling you, Spencer Brown is having a really good season. For me, he's right now like I would say our most improved player. If I had to vote right now, who's most improved for the Buffalo Bills, it'd be Spencer Brown. You know what? Comment below. Comment below. I want to know your most improved Buffalo Bill player. For me, it's Spencer Brown because of all the shit that he's gotten from Bills Mafia. And by the way, some of it was deserved. He was not playing his best football, no doubt about it. But there was also things about it that a lot of people overlooked. The back injury, being thrown in there right away as a rookie and when he wasn't supposed to. He was a project player to start, right? He was, guys. He had very little experience being an offensive lineman in college. So I think he was a basketball player and a tight end or something like he didn't even play offensive line. So he was a project player to start. And then he had the back injuries. And then when we by the way, he was with Bobby Johnson as well, who is a terrible offensive line coach, in my opinion. Then we go out and get Kromer. And then he had the back surgery. Couldn't even work with Kromer. And then he's thrown in there week 1 with no offseason, no training camp, no preseason games. And of course he's going to be rusty coming off back surgery, no training camp, but we had no choice but to start him. So he had a little rocky season last year, no doubt about it. But now look, healthy, got to work with Kromer. Look what he's doing out there in the field, playing much, much better. So me, that's why I would give him the most improved player so far for the Buffalo Bills. Obviously, some of you guys are going to say Khalil Shakir, but I thought Khalil Shakir had a good season last year when given the opportunity. He's just showing you this year even more because he's getting more and more opportunities. Last year, he had minimal opportunities. This year, he's starting to get a little bit more as the season goes on. So he's another one, I guess you could say, most improved. But I'm going to stick with Spencer Brown on this one. Anyways, guys, Bills Mafia, we are going to go live tonight at 9:30. You don't want to miss that. We'll be doing the good, the bad, and the ugly that Mikey does every Monday night. So, yeah, Bills Mafia, I love you. And as always, go Bills. I'm out of here. Peace.